Hello, welcome back to another After Effects video. So today we're going to be doing something with auto trace. So auto trace is sort of your first port of call when you're looking to trace a clip. So what I'm going to do here is I just want to change the composition settings very quickly. And we're going to change this to about 4 seconds long. Like that. Okay. And you can see the clip here. It's literally a sheep and going across the grass. So what we want to do is we want to cut out the sheep. So this is obviously like a very common topic, cutting stuff out of the background. And there's so many different ways to do it. And it's like, you can do it by hand, you can do it automatically, you can do it with increasing complexity. What I'm trying is the most basic way to do it, which is called auto trace. So let's have a look, see how that might work. So we've got our clip here and we just go to layer and press auto trace. And then we can do the preview here. Now I've already done the settings, but you can see that essentially tolerance is generally quite low. Like if we do threshold, you can see if I take threshold of 100, you can see that nothing is selected really because it just accepts it all. 0, let's just do like maybe like 10 and 90 would probably be a bit clearer to understand. You can see it looks like a lot is getting selected at about 14. Not much at 90. I sort of established that about the 50 mark. You want it sort of like to be like this, sort of like you can see this mask is sort of going around the whole shape, and you can sort of do little like incremental things. So I mean, I could literally put that right on 50. To be fair, I had the settings that I was going to use anyway. And you can see we have this thing like luminance, for instance. So what I could do is if I press OK, you can see what happens. It says auto tracing, and then it does something. And what exactly is it doing? Well, it's creating a bunch of masks, right? So you can see if I look here, there's a bunch of masks. It creates a lot of stuff. 39 masks, so that is a lot. All right, now to actually see what is really going on though, you sort of have to do a blending mode, and that is sort of how you do it. So you do a new solid layer, say that, right? And we'll put that one underneath. So what we'll do is say turn this mode to like a luminance. Like what about this one? So you can see the sheep is keeping its color. All the blue is sort of doing the same thing. So you can sort of see how it works now. The other one, there's a few that I've been trying, like for instance, darker color. Let's have a look at that one. That one's interesting. You want it sort of like to block out the color. From what I understand, if you really want to mask stuff, it's like you want to block out one of the two, either the foreground or the background. Either way, that's going to help, right? And there's darken. Color dodge I've also noticed is seems to be quite useful. So there seems to be some use of that to do some things with. Difference, let's look at that one. Difference, you can see the sheep is really like a completely different color to the background. This is something that I imagine we'll be working with soon. Luma, I guess the brightness is not so different because there's not like a big light shining on the sheep. If there was, maybe that would make more difference here. All right, so now I've put the mask on. You can see I've got this clip at the bottom layer. This is an old clip that I used of water, and it's interesting to see what happens if you put the sheep on top. What I found is that darken is kind of an interesting effect because you can see the sheep essentially is completely replaced with water. So it's like the sheep is made out of water. So that's kind of like an interesting effect. The other one as well that is kind of interesting. Difference also looks like it could be quite useful because with difference, it looks like a lot of the sort of features of the sheep are pretty well preserved. And the other one as well that I thought was good, lighten, seems to work pretty well as well. But recall that in the settings we did do luminosity, so that gives you like an interesting effect. You can sort of just see in the background. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to be looking at more stuff, so thanks for watching.